1395 Adelaide's 5AA with Leith Forest.
And a very good evening, everyone. Thank you very much to Daniel Norton, who panelled the AFL Grand Final 2009 beautifully. And as he mentioned, I'm filling in for him because he kind of filled in for me. It's one of those things, but it's grand final night. As Daniel mentioned, lots of preparation gone into tonight. I've done nothing because it's grand final night. If we cannot get 6 hours or 5.5 hours of calls tonight, then we are in big trouble. 8223 Do you want to talk about the big day? Were you listening to it on 5AA or indeed through 5AA.com.au? What did you make of Geelong's win? Or, in fact, are you someone that hates footy and are just glad that it's over? No more AFL. We love the AFL here at 5AA. We're shattered. We can't wait for 2010. But if you are someone who doesn't like the footy and you want to talk about that, you can do. This is what Saturday night is all about. Your thoughts on anything. 8223 0000. There is so much to talk about from that game, of course. The entertainment. Well, you turned on by Barnesy, by Mark Seymour, and John Farnham made an appearance. The whole time I was watching it thinking, I know the Americans do the Super Bowl so well. Last year they had Bruce Springsteen. They've had Tom Petty, Michael Jackson. Is that what it comes down to with the AFL Grand Final? John Farnham. Holy hell. 8223. Are you a fan of Farnsey, Daniel? Daniel Norton, give me the thumbs up.
I like Barnesy.
Oh, Daniel, I'll sneak you on just before you go because you've only been here 7 hours. But did you enjoy John Farnham on the coverage today?
Well, they didn't actually cover it too much in terms of on 3AW, but I did sneak Channel 10 up a couple of times and listened. I was particularly enamoured with Barnesy, though. Jimmy Barnes, no second prize. Oh, didn't they roll out the big guns? No, you wouldn't know it was a global financial crisis.
No, John Farnham's You're the Voice, if I'm not incorrect, was a hit in 1988.
Correct. That's a long time ago. That's when Hawthorn beat Melbourne by 96 points.
That's only 21 years ago. So is it time to move on? Do we need more stars? Are we in a star drought here in Australia that we have to wheel out Farnsey, Barnesy and Mark Seymour?
Well, I thought even the Batmobile might come out with Rose
Angry.
Tattoo. What's his name? Angry Anderson.
That would be terrific. So this is a Saturday night. You've done these for the last couple of years. Plenty of calls tonight, surely.
Oh, indeed. I mean, there's plenty of people out obviously having a fantastic time after AFL Grand Final barbecues. It's all about reliving it and telling us exactly what you did, how you spent the day. The other thing too, which is intriguing, who were people barracking for today? Because as most people in this particular city here, you either barrack for Adelaide or you barrack for, in my case, Port Adelaide. And I found myself struggling to work out emotionally who to support. Did you have that problem?
I did. I love a bit of sporting theatre.
Yeah.
I love the fact that a team like St Kilda hasn't won in 43 years, but I was going for Geelong because I love a team that's up for a long time and I like them to prove to everyone they're a great team. I loved it when Brisbane won their 3.
Yeah.
I was happy for Port Adelaide to win their first in 2000. But Geelong, it'd be so disappointing if they hadn't won today.
Yeah, well, indeed. My heart goes out to those long-suffering St Kilda supporters as well. Like, your Molly Meldrums and all those sort of supporters have been there for so long. And it was such heartbreaking fashion too because
Shane Warne.
I mean, they were ahead all day. They really... and did you see that controversial goal umpiring decision? Hawkins suddenly snapped the post in half.
Hit the post, and then, of course, down the other end, demonstrative behaviour. Let's hope that a couple of calls have demonstrative behaviour. Otherwise... How many minutes were you saying from now till midnight?
326 minutes and 14 seconds.
All right.
So it's a long, long time. Or did I not work that out right? Not 300. It's 5 hours is 5 times 60. Yeah, is 300.
300.
That's a good point. 300.
And another 30.
At another 30, but minus off 7 minutes. 323 minutes you have to get through this particular program tonight, and I worry.
And at the minute, 0 calls. But I'm not concerned at all. 8223 0000. Jessica, my lovely wife today, thought, you know what? Everyone will be watching the grand final. I'll sneak down to Woolies, do the grocery shopping. Sweet, in, out, 10 minutes. Wrong. Chockers. Absolutely chockers. Now, whether people decided that they didn't care about the Saints and Geelong and went about their business, I don't know. I would have thought everyone, it is a better day today than Melbourne Cup Day. the AFL Grand Final.
Without a doubt, because the Melbourne Cup is over in 3.5 minutes, whereas this is a day you can absorb. I like getting up at 10 o'clock in the morning and watching, or 8 o'clock and watching the North Melbourne breakfast, making a whole day of it.
Exactly right.
I absolutely love enjoying the whole day. I did speak to Amy, though. Amy works in retail. Your erstwhile producer for this evening, and she works in retail and says it was very, very quiet in the city. So a lot of people were home.
All right.
A lot of people were home, but I imagine a lot of people would have been out, though, doing grocery shopping maybe between the hours of, say, 9 and 12. So I'm not too sure when Jessica popped down.
She popped down in the second quarter, thinking that it's going to be quiet because everyone will be at home, but apparently not. So that may not go all that well for tonight. But anyway.
Maybe a lot of people are out now.
Well, that is a very good point. Of course, if you are in your car and you're driving to another party, you can still call us. Amy will call you back, save you some money. You've already chunked in about 7 hours, so we don't want to keep you any longer, but of course we'll ring you in the car park if we are struggling. Then you'll get home, so we'll ring you again. Can we get a baby watch?
Yeah,
just quickly.
Well, I'm 2.5 weeks away, or just under. Mind you, there are certain things happening within my beautiful wife Helena's body that would suggest that the little one could be on the way shortly, like in the next week or so, the next few days.
Now, what are we? September, end of September. Are you a star sign person? What is that? End of September.
No, I'm not. I'm just not.
Sagittarius, Amy thinks.
Well, I know that the little one's due on October 13, which would make the little one, as I avoid trying to give away the gender, would make the little one a Libran.
Right.
Because we know the gender, and that's another debate in itself. Yeah, probably would be, yeah.